Living in America. That's our theme song, guys. I just left a little concert, Fleet Mac tribute band, and now I just feel like singing. But I got to get these housing videos out. It is Sunday. Sundays and Mondays, we talk about affordable housing right here, guys. And I created this community trying to prevent and reduce homelessness one person at a time. As I always say, it starts right here with us. So what I ask you guys to do is when I pass you this information that you share it with your homeless communities, your families, and your friends who need it the most, okay? That's the only thing I ask you guys to do. And also, like the video. Hopefully by liking it, it will share all by itself. It'll spread to the people that need it. All right, so we're going to talk about Section 8. We're going to talk about what I found out there, what they say is available. We're going to talk about housing choice vouchers. We're going to talk about project-based vouchers, and we're going to talk about public housing. Make sure that you do your due diligence before placing yourselves on any open waiting lists. Make sure that the units and the surroundings fit your family, even though we can live in anything probably temporarily to keep us out of the elements. All right, so just do your due diligence, guys. And also, if you need some legal help, if you need some support in all areas of your life, in any specialty, you can go over to my website, which is rakestraw.legalshieldassociate.com, guys, and you can get the help that you need. All right, over there. So let's get started. Pass this to your homeless communities, family, and friends who need it the most, okay? And we will go ahead and get started. All right, New York, New York. All right off the bat, we have Section 8 housing choice vouchers in Ellenville, New York, and Chautauqua County, New York. That's CHAUTAUQUA. All right. So Section 8 housing choice vouchers. Double check with your housing authorities, guys, because a lot of times with the staffing that is cut short now, sometimes they do not do their due diligence in closing them or haven't had a chance, but it says that it is open. All right. So project-based vouchers in public housing is usually on the accurate side, but Ellenville, New York, and Chautauqua County for housing choice vouchers. All right, project-based voucher in One Onta, New York. So One Onta Heights, and project-based voucher in Kingston, New York for 1 and 3 bedrooms at Brigham Senior Housing. Guys, let your seniors know it is important, please. All right, public housing at Cohoes, that is COHOES, and that is for Maynard, Rollier Heights, Saratoga, McDonald Towers Apartments. All right, Section 8 housing choice voucher in Ithaca, New York, ITHACA. Also public housing in Ithaca, New York. Project-based voucher at multiple properties, guys, in Olive Bridge, Rosendale, and Marlborough. Project-based voucher also in Highland, Kingston, Prattsville, and Woodstock, New York, and this is for the elderly. Also, project-based voucher in Milton, Harvest, so Milton, New York. Project-based voucher at multiple properties for families, guys. Let your families know. People with families, there are a lot of children and families on the street. All right, so at Kingston, Woodstock, and Kirk Hon Coxon, KERHONKSON. All right, Section 8 housing choice voucher in Ilion area, New York. Public housing in Syracuse Housing Authority. And project-based voucher at Rental Assistance Demonstration. It just says all through New York, so check your housing authorities. Public housing in Plattsburgh Housing Authority. All right. New York City Housing Authority has public housing. Public housing at Oyster Bay, New York for families. And project-based voucher at Auburn Housing Authority. Also, Section 8 voucher at referral only, New York City, New York. Is for the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island, guys. It is open until 2030. Yes, referral only, New York City. Section 8 voucher. Also, Section 8 voucher at Lockport, New York. Public housing, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms for families throughout New York, guys. So check your housing authorities. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Plattsburgh, New York. And public housing in Oyster Bay. So the town of Oyster Bay Housing Authority. Section 8 housing choice voucher at St. Lawrence County. Project-based voucher at St. Lawrence County Community Development Program. Project-based voucher at John F. Kennedy Towers. Project-based voucher at Veteran Rental Assistance Demonstration throughout New York. Project-based voucher at Tapestry on the Hudson. 1 bedroom public housing throughout New York. Auburn, New York, Section 8 housing choice voucher. Project-based voucher, Atlas Heights. Project-based voucher in Geneva, New York, at Elm Crest Apartments and St. Francis Senior Housing. In Geneva, New York, project-based voucher at Lyceum Heights. In Geneva, New York, we have public housing at Scattered Sites. And a project-based voucher at Liberty Apartments in Canandaigua, New York. That's Canandaigua. Geneva, New York, at Geneva Courtyard, project-based voucher. And a Section 8 housing choice voucher in Geneva, New York. Project-based voucher in Geneva, New York, at Seneca Apartments. Project-based voucher at Waterloo Memorial Heights in Waterloo. Project-based voucher at Pine Street Homes Apartments. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Genesee County. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Union County, Endicott County, and Vesto County. Project-based voucher at emergency housing voucher. So that means throughout New York. So check, please, your housing choice vouchers, your housing authorities, rather. Public housing at Dupuy Manor. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Cohoes, New York, Cohoes. And public housing at Waldron Terrace Apartments. Project-based voucher at Hudson Falls, Glen Falls, at Cronin High Rise, Stitchman Towers, and Earl Towers. It's affordable senior housing, guys. Public housing in Peekskill, New York for 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom housing. Public housing in Rochester, New York for a studio. Project-based voucher in Beacon, New York for Tompkins Terrace. Section 8 voucher at St. Lawrence County. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Cattaraugus County. Project-based voucher in Woodrow Wilson Townhomes. Section 8 voucher in Nyack, New York. That is Nyack. There's moderate rehabilitation project-based voucher throughout New York. Also, Section 8 housing choice voucher at Utica Municipal Housing Authority. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Herkimer, New York, Herkimer. Section 8 voucher at Cortland County. Section 8 voucher at Waterville Housing Authority. Watervillet. So Waterville Housing Authority. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Hornell Housing Authority. Section 8 at One Onta Housing Authority. Section 8 in Wayne County. Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher, St. Johnsonville Housing Authority. Section 8 Voucher in Town of Colony Community Development. Section 8 Voucher at Hoosick Housing Authority, HOOSICK. Public housing at Buffalo Municipal Housing Authority. Public housing at Utica Municipal Housing Authority. Public housing at Watertown Housing Authority. Public housing at Niagara Falls Housing Authority. Public housing at Mechanicville Housing Authority. Public housing at Jamestown Housing Authority. Public housing at Saratoga Springs Housing Authority. Public housing at Cortland Housing Authority. Public housing at Waterville Housing Authority. Public housing at Herkimer Housing Authority. Public housing at Lackawanna Municipal Housing Authority. Public housing at Elmira Housing Authority. Public housing at Schenectady Municipal Housing Authority. That is SCHENECTADY. Public housing at Massena Housing Authority. MASSENA. Public housing at Rensselaer Housing Authority. Rensselaer. And public housing at Rome Housing Authority. Public housing at Gloversville Housing Authority. Public housing at Batavia Housing Authority. That is BATAVIA. Public housing at Ogdensburg Housing Authority. OGDENSBURG. Public housing at Wilna Housing Authority. WILNA Housing Authority. Project-based voucher at Ilion Housing Authority. ILION. And public housing at Hudson Housing Authority. Public housing at Dunkirk Housing Authority. Public housing at Hornell Housing Authority. Public housing at Ononta, ONEONTA, and public housing at Norwich Housing Authority, NORWICH. Public housing at Malone Housing Authority. Public housing at Harrietstown Housing Authority. Public housing at Tupper Lake Housing Authority. Public housing at Olean Housing Authority. Project-based voucher at Newark Housing Authority. Public housing at Canton Housing Authority. Public housing at St. Johnsonville Housing Authority. Public housing at the town of Hoosick Housing Authority. Public housing at Oneida Housing Authority. Public housing at the City of Beacon Housing Authority. Public housing at Tuckahoe Housing Authority. Public housing at Newburgh Housing Authority. Public housing at Woodridge. And public housing at Poughkeepsie Housing Authority. POUGHKEEPSIE. Public housing at Monticello Housing Authority. Public housing at Village of Curious, Joel, HA. Public housing at Catskill Housing Authority. Public housing at Kenmore Municipal Housing Authority. And public housing at West Carthage Housing Authority. That's what we have, guys. If you need more support on YouTube, there's Mama Cutie Finance, the Affordable Housing Waiting Room. She works right here in New York City, guys. And Section 8 Consulting. All right. Come back to me on Sundays and Mondays. Subscribe. We talk affordable housing on those days, and other days we just have fun and have well-being. We talk about herbalism and we talk about healing. But Sundays and Mondays, guys, pass this to your family and friends. Let me know in the comments what states you are interested in knowing about. I love you. Be well and be safe, and we will see each other soon.